Do you want to hear a real example of how catcalling negatively impacts women? So I'm out on a run and I have my headphones in, they're blasting music, and I hear a car honk at me and it scares the shit out of me. So right away that sets me off, I'm feeling frantic, and then a few seconds after that, a truck full of men starts like hooting and hollering at me. And I can't hear exactly what they're saying because I have my headphones in, but then a few seconds later they circle back around the block and they're driving slowly beside me. Sorry, I have to keep pausing this because I'm severely out of breath. But yeah, so then I get scared and I feel like fight or flight kicks in, so I just start running, and I see this path that like dips off of the main road into like a path I'm not familiar with, so I just take it immediately without even thinking because I'm trying to get away from these cars in hopes that they won't circle back around. The thing about running outdoors as a woman too is like if there's no one else around and somebody did, God forbid, try and like actually approach you, physically touch you or take you, I have like no energy left because I've been running for 5 kilometers. So I dip down that path and keep running, and I just keep running until I feel safe enough to stop. And then once I stop, I'm like, where am I? I realize that I'm lost. I check my Apple Maps and I realize that I'm like quite far from home. So that path that I took was like a serious detour. And the only way to get back home was to turn around, but I had already ran about 30 minutes off of course. So now I'm turning around, walking back home, and I'm pretty lost. And also just like a lot farther home than I need to be. And now my run/walk is going to be a lot farther and longer than I anticipated it being. And I think the part that irritates me is that all of this was extremely avoidable if they would have just minded their business. But instead they chose the route of disrupting my peace and literally threatening my safety while I'm on a run for what? For what? And now my heart rate is through the roof and I just feel generally like shooken up, and there's no good reason for that. I was having a good day otherwise, and then they wonder why we say we don't like men.